Hey guys, this is Mo from Mo TV, and I wanted to come here and give you guys another tutorial on how to op. This time I am doing DUST2 once again, but I'm doing the T side of DUST2. A few things you need to know about T side in general. For T side opping in general, you always are going to have to be the risk taker. You're always going to have to be the guy going for the kill rather than where on CT you're morely defending a spot or defending and they're coming to you. As T, you kind of have to go to them, especially as an opper. Your job as a main opper on T side is to try to get those entry kills, try to cut off the rotates some rounds, and it's very specific things that your team expects of you. My CT side tutorial had a lot of good comments on it. A lot of people seem to receive it very well, and it made me want to do another one, more of a and just keep doing this little series that I'm going to do for opping, because I mean, from all the years of playing, I've garnered a lot of knowledge for different things I've done, and I've played every inch of every map for years on end, and I've seen a lot of ways, different ways to play it, right ways, wrong ways, and all that. So jumping into Dust 2 right now, the basic Dust 2 is this first pick you're gonna do. You spawn here. Usually the opper, your best bet here is to always be here for two different reasons. One, this gives you information how many dice cross the door. This is huge. Dust 2 is one of those maps where T side opper kind of has map control in terms of he's always aware of how many people are left on which sides of the map. Therefore, the information your team opper can give you from this point forward is very crucial to the end of the round. So a lot of smart teams and the bulk of the teams smoke this doorway off. Once this is smoked off, your job as opper just either take the shot to scare them, maybe try to get a random shot through the smoke, or at least just to get them aware and fearful of you with an op up there, so they don't even attempt to walk through their own smoke and come up. So when you see random good players, there's a smoke at mid and they're just spamming shots, they're not really trying to hit anyone. They're more trying to let these CTs that are over here know that the CTs that are creeping up to listen, they're letting them know that if you think you're gonna walk through the smoke, you have another thing coming. We're gonna kick your ass. So, and at the same time, a lot of teams like to play close. With those spams and stuff, you can randomly get hit, and this will freak out the CTs and just make them fall back. So you kind of want to get them off this area. You don't want to give them any information. They throw it to simply get across to B, and then it's really hard for them to reinitiate control of middle. What you want to do is, there's two different kinds of teams. Some teams as CT, they like to always look for middle control, try to always get it. If you're playing against that kind of team, and we're going to start with middle for instance, if you're going to start with that side of a team that doesn't keep mid control here smoked or anything, and you as an operator, these should be automatic for you. You should be able to come around here and get this pick right here, or get this pick right here, or sometimes teams like to double up boost and it's right here, maybe over a smoke. All these mid picks, if they're challenging you, they're already putting themselves out there. It's good for you to try and go for the kill. Most smart teams don't really challenge at all in this area, and if they do challenge, it's more of a one rifle would be right here. He'll call one of his teammates to pop flash over. The pop flash would land right like this, and then he comes out. Everyone's blind. He comes out, kills these 2-3 guys in front. It's done like that. So here's a couple ways of how, as a CT opper, you could help your team. Take mid control, for instance. There's always the ask for this right here. This smoke that you want to throw lands obviously the CT spawn smoke, and you want it there because you want it to cover up the boost right here, so he can't get up through it. And there's no gap here really for them to be able to do much to you. And if there is, you kind of want to be able, if you know he's here shooting, it's an easy shot for this tease, believe it or not, because we know he can only see us from here, so he's gonna get shot from here. The second thing about that is once that smoke is up, the team will do two things. The CT that usually plays close will ask for that pop flash, and if you just stay posted right this, the pop flash will not affect you. He just runs right out into your crosshair. That's your first entry pick right there. If he's not showing any sign of coming out, then you have your teammates walk up to the left, and from the same spot you do one of these flashes that pretty much pops right in their face. Your teammates then at this point, their job is they come out here, they fight, and if they see nothing, like they see one guy here, they kill him, or if they see a window and they're like, oh, he's window, that's when you come in as the operator. You come in and you pre-fire window. You know, if you know he's not window, if you know he dropped off window, you come here and you fight the door. These are the angles that you need to be expected to take. And a lot of times, all kinds of commotion would be going on around here. Like, oh, there's a CT spawn, there's some here, there's some there. You have to just trust that your teammates are doing their jobs and watching what you're not watching, and you just focus on getting those crucial picks that you need to get. CT spawn, as the smoke runs out, you know your teammates to just drop more smokes down here. That's not a big deal. That's how you would do it with like a smoke take. Something that's just as effective and very surprising that teams do, and I personally, this is a personal favorite of mine, is when I'm middle and they're not giving me anything, I literally walk out middle. Well, I don't want to say it like not that stupid. Like, we'll have a pop flash, and then our AK would come out, check my close and left, right, and then that's what. Then maybe he'll come to the right and just sit here. This is where I come in. I just come in, zoom. I'll be zoomed in the whole time to not make noise. So I'll just stay zoomed in and I'll check this spot. First and foremost, I check sight. I'm in a spawn. I move on, check the elevator boxes right here. Sometimes there's a guy just looking for this window. And then third, I check the cross. They could be literally anywhere in this whole area. And you should never be surprised if there's a guy there. It's a guessing game. But when you find he's there, you gotta hit this shot, or you gotta get the hell out if you miss. Now, when I'm up to here, one pop flash, and this guy could come and kill me, but that's why I have my teammate there ready to dodge the pop flash and kill him. Now, the other side of this story is, it could be the opposite. It could be I'm right here, and I'm aiming this angle. First, you know, this angle. This angle, sometimes people play on there. I'm checking every angle, right, until I get here. At this point, once I get here, on my way here, on my way moving around, my teammate will recognize that, okay, he's about to be peeked. Let's throw the smoke behind him. So I'm still peeking. The smoke is behind me. I might get spammed through the smoke. I'll just, you know, get out of it, and I just stay. At this point, I'm literally just picking one spot to look at. As they run up, I flash for my teammates. We run out. If they're playing double passive in here, expect a close quarters battle around here. I recommend always to, well, not always, it depends. It really depends on how their style of play is. A lot of teams do, if you drop in through window on them, they might be under you here. They might be really good at holding window. So you might want to do something to where, you know, you just show presence at window and let your teammates kind of just pour out through the door. And you never even go out the window until very late. Stuff like that. Different. And at the same time, while this is happening, you're always, if in a perfect strat, you'll have your other teammates coming in from upper B tunnel. So that's a good way to take mid control on them as T. You know, as well. Mid control is something that you want to always, it's on the T side of the map. So this is all T mid right here. You want to keep it T mid. The worst thing you could do is have strats that don't let you take control of this area, because then all these CTs would do, they'll punish you instantly by moving up quick, getting all this information. They're not middle. They're gonna go long A or B, and that's it. Then the teams, that's it. They know what to do. They just hold their spots and they wait. Not to mention, you could get easily flanked from these if you have a default where you don't show that. The next part of what I'm gonna do on as T-side oping is I'm gonna take you through how to take cat. as an opper. Basically, once you're up with middle, a lot of teams would want to send their opper on cat. You could always ask for, you know, the pop flash from your teammate, and you come in. This is the very first angle I would look at. Obviously, if maybe check this one, possibly. Teams don't really play on this one, and most teams anyway, like part of the strat, you know, would be maybe double nade that early on, if we know they like to play cat a lot. But other than that, this is the very first angle. This is a very gay angle. It's pretty much a easy shot for the CT, a harder shot for the T. So you gotta like try to hope that he gets blind and you go with it and you get him. Worst case here, you both miss each other, he drops, right? When that happens, you could almost assure that there's gonna be one either a ramp, one there, one drop that's moving back up towards there. Especially if he's an op, he's probably gonna go to car. When that happens, you would do some sort of A execute with smokes and flashes and whatever. And this is something very crucial to oping on this map, or oping in general on T side. This is very specific to T side because in T side it gets hectic. Strats go to shit, all kinds of commotion starts going on, people bumping into people, flashes going off, nades going off, people getting killed here. Right? Your job, when all of this is going on, you want to keep it as simple as possible. You want to peek, and you want to kill the guys that you know your teammates aren't expecting. Not that they don't know to expect him, it's just that, let's say there's the guy, you know, spotted, first guy, you spot him, you take a shot, you miss, but you say, hey, he's in the site, he's in the site. You start doing the nades, you know, the mollies, the sites, whatever. While your teammates are moving across, your job at this point doesn't become, hey, let me stay zoomed in here and try to kill this guy that we all know is there. Why? You have 3 or 4 teammates shooting right at this guy. Your job is this, right here. You're aimed right here, ready for anything. Either a guy from lawn, kill that guy coming across lawn, or a guy from spawn, kill him. You know what I mean? That's your job at that point. Your job is no longer to get this entry, but it's to get these rotates, all these, cut off all these rotators. This is what I feel like a lot of oppers lack, is the knowledge to know that, and a lot of young teams lack this too. Everyone's so focused on one aspect that they completely forget that there's 4 other teammates of his alive that could be anywhere. So these guys here, like, I don't care if I'm this close. If I'm this close to the guy and he's on the other side of the box, if I have 3 teammates alive, I'm gonna look down. And hell, I might even drop down and try to make a play like this. You know what I mean? Like, because we're like, worst case scenario, he kills one, he dies. You know, obviously there's some miracle rounds where he randomly kills everybody, and yeah, we got raped, but that's just a round. We deserve to lose it if we couldn't kill the one guy on A. But usually, it's once a guy, you just gotta, in your head, you just gotta, you know, pretty much calculate the odds of this guy surviving with all your teammates shooting at him. He's pretty much dead. You move on, and you're aimed at it. You play as if he's already been dead, and then you just start doing it. And this does 2 things. For one, his teammates will not expect you to be looking at them when you drop. They won't expect you to drop. Look, you'll catch guys with nades out like this, like coming in to help their teammate. They won't expect you aimed at them. They're like, why is he looking at us? Our teammate's right in there. This causes them to start having all kinds of arguments on why didn't you tell us he was there? Why is he looking at us? And all this stuff happens. All these little things that you do as a opper to cut off rotates makes the other team think there's something wrong with their setup. And it really wasn't something wrong particularly with what they were doing. It was the fact that you didn't fall for what they were doing and you just immediately looked somewhere else. There's been times where I see an opper there and an opper there. And I just do one of, like, if I see an opper there and an opper there, I'll just do one of these. And I drop. And now I'm here. And I'm in their spawn. They have no idea I did that. And now I'm invisible to them. They don't know what's going on. Then I could come back and get my picks, you know, however I want to do it. There's just so many things that you want to do that are, as a T opper, you want to be unpredictable because, and in T in general, this falls for all, for rifles and everything. Don't always think that one player needs to die, or that one guy that you're all looking at needs to die first. look at it. Look at him as he's already been killed, because you have total control over that one player's destiny. He's gonna die no matter what. It's the others that we want to catch now. We got him trapped. Now let's get the others coming to help him that have no idea that we're focused on them now and not him. And I guarantee you'll find a ton of guys with nades out half the time, not just completely baffled that you guys would peek them like this. You know, all this comes with time too. You eventually learn this by playing more and more. But that's just one key aspect that a lot of teams really take a long time to grasp is you need to trust your teammates to do their job, and you need to move on and keep doing your job. Hey guys, this is part 1 covering mid and cat. I hope you found it helpful. Please subscribe for part 2 coming soon.